As the snow melts and the spring weather brings the life back to eastern Idaho, the baseball and softball teams in red and black take the field, hoping to rejuvenate their chances of a state championship. The seeds of success were planted last year. Likewise, the coaches begin taking the time to groom their athletes into the champions they could become. Spring in Caribou County is here, and so are the diamonds in the rough. Welcome to Cardinal Baseball and Softball on KBRV The Bear, where the voice of Caribou County, Caleb Burgraff, walks you through the field of talented youth all season long over the air and on the web at mylocalradio.com. This season of Cardinal Athletics is brought to you by Monsanto, Silver Star Communications, Hunsaker Ford, and by Cook Brothers Broadcasting. Now let's head to the field as the Redbirds look to take flight and earn a spot in this year's championships on your home for Caribou County and Soda Springs Athletics, KBRV 800 AM, and online at mylocalradio.com.
And welcome out once more to Montpelier, Idaho on KBRV, the co-op, and online at mylocalradio.com. Our second broadcast of the day is coming to you from to the right of where we were in our first broadcast, as the Soda Springs Lady Cardinals are getting set to take to the field against the Bear Lake Lady Bears in Game 1 of the District 5 Championships. For them, down to the southwest of us, the Westside Pirates and the Malad Dragons are getting set to get underway as well in their matchup, as the four teams in the district are looking to try and earn themselves a spot in the state championships in Orofino later on this year. And the Cardinals are hoping to try and take some of the momentum they gained last week and bring it along this week into the opening game of this district tournament. We're going to take a quick break. Starting lineups are being exchanged. When we come back, we'll get you starting lineups and get you a look at what these two teams are going to be bringing to the table as the Cardinals and the Bears get set to tangle on your home for all things Caribou County Athletics, mylocalradio.com, and KBRV, the co-op.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by State Farm Insurance of Montpelier, Idaho. State Farm is here to help life go right. Call Scott at 208-847-0141 for personal service.
Let technology make life a little easier and give you peace of mind about your home. With affordable security and smart home options, Silver Star makes it easy to take the first step. Keep an eye on what's important to you and be able to act before an incident becomes an emergency. You're in good hands when you choose Silver Star. We've been bringing cutting-edge technology and star treatment customer service to Eastern Idaho and Western Wyoming for nearly 70 years. Call us today and ask about our starter security and smart home packages.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Ricky Wood and Gate City Real Estate. Call Ricky today at 208-547-7012 and let her help you find your way home.
If you're looking for live local sports, local news, weather, live classifieds, and free photo downloads, search no more. MyLocalRadio.com has what you want. Watch your teams live or browse the tens of thousands of photographs of Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho high school events, from speech and drama competitions, rodeo, an array of different athletics, activities, community events, and so much more. Visit MyLocalRadio.com today and find what you're looking for.
Caleb Burgraff joined with Allie Schultz from the Soda Springs softball team. And Allie, the end of the year is here. Are you guys excited about the district tournament this year and the chances that you guys have with how competitive the district is and how competitive you guys have been in those games?
Yeah, we have a really good chance for this year, and I think it'd be awesome to make it to state. It's been my goal ever since I've started softball, and to have this chance would be really cool.
One of the things that I've been talking to the seniors about, and I talked to some before the Westside game about, was the growth that this team's had this year. Have you been happy to be a part of what this team's been able to do, especially with the last 3 years and being able to have so much more confidence on the field this year than those years?
Yes, I think that you have to have a good coach to have a team, and I think Schwann's definitely pulled us together this year and has made us work our butts off to get where we are right now.
That being said, there are still some little things that need to be cleaned up in each and every game, and it seems like the little things really focus on that last out and getting out of innings. What are some changes that you think, not changes, but things that need to be worked on to be made better when it comes to getting out of innings?
I think it's just the little things like you said, like, catch and throw and, filling your position and stuff, just little things like that, but we can always work on that.
Is it good for the district tournament to be held closer than it was last year and years past with it being over at Bear Lake? Do you think that'll be nicer to be able to have bigger crowds possibly and maybe more people making it over to support?
Yeah, I think that would be awesome, and if we beat Bear Lake, then we get to host district, so... And I love that we've had a lot of support this year from the community and our school to support us, and I think it makes it a lot better for us to play.
I was going to say, it seems the community really has come out, and the crowds have been much bigger at the home games than they have in years past. What's the feeling that you guys get on the field? You talk about being able to play a little bit better. What's the feeling when you guys see crowds lining almost all the way down to the outfield fence when you're playing?
Well, we've never really had people come watch us besides our parents, and I think it's something new for us, and I think it's I think that it benefits us and gets us, cheered up when we play, and the more people that come helps us out.
To wrap it all up, what's the one thing that you think needs to be done, or what's the one thing you guys can rely on when it comes to these district games, especially the first couple, that would really be the boost that you need in order to get those wins?
I think just every play, just focusing on every play and to pull our team together and just be ready. We play a lot better when we start off good and finish good. When we are not, focused at all, we just don't really come together as a team that much.
Well, hopefully we'll be watching you guys come together as a team this week, and it'll be fun to watch you guys once the district tournament starts up. Thank you for the time.
Thank you.
That was Allie Schwartz joining us in our pregame show, and unfortunately, Allie not able to make the game today as she is down with the flu. She is going to be replaced in the field by Haley Downs, who's going to be roving in right field. And with that, let's jump into our starting lineups for the Soda Springs Cardinals, as they are going to be taking to the plate in the top of the first inning in just a couple of moments as the Bears have taken to the field. Taylor Myers leads things off in the order. Cheyenne Daniels and Haley Ledbetter will be the final two in the starting lineup for the Cardinals. Cheyenne Dominguez is the designated player batting fourth. Cooper Evans and Haley Downs will be batting fifth and sixth. The final three in the order are Hallie Evans, Morgan Wood, and Alicia Delaware. Michaela Skinner is being DP'd for, as she is going to be playing in second base today for the Soda Springs Cardinals. In the field for the Bear Lake Bears, they are going to look to once again see Shalane Hemmert try and get them off to a strong start in this game. Her catcher is Mackenzie Harris. The infield around her is Lindsay Hansen at first base. Second base is Jocelyn Quintero. Third base is Haley Eborn, and the shortstop is Lanie Crane. In the outfield from right to left, Maddie Critchlow, Skylie Wallenstein, and Jessica Bateman will be roving for the Lady Bears. And with that, Taylor Myers walks her way into the right-handed batter's box, and we are set for action as the Soda Springs Lady Cardinals look to take the opening game of the district championships. And it's a good start for the Cardinals as the first pitch from Shalane is up and over the head of the catcher back to the screen. So a 1-0 count greets Myers. Myers had a fantastic game against the West Side Pirates in the last game for the Cardinals as she swings and misses at a pitch up at the shoulders, missing, and the count moves to 1-1. Ended up with a home run, two singles, and a double. There's a pitch inside, a little bit of an off-speed changeup. Has Myers way out in front as the count moves to 1-2. Ended up going 4 for 5 in that game, although in the extra innings she was up at the plate with the bases full as a pitch on the inside corner sets her down, and she goes down looking for the first punch out of the game for Shalane Hemmert. And the Cardinals already have one out up onto the board as Cheyenne Daniels steps up to the right-handed batter's box. Cardinals ended up losing that game 17-15. We'll get to a bigger story in that game as we continue on through our broadcast this afternoon, as the first pitch to Daniels is taken for a strike on the inside, and she is behind the count 0-1. Cardinals are looking to try and find success today after going 2-2 over the last weekend as a pitch inside misses, and the count goes to 1-1 just off the inside corner of the plate as Daniels gets it back to even. One out, top of the first inning. No score on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. And our second broadcast of a doubleheader today. Baseball was our first game as the pitch drops below the knees, and the count goes to 2-1. Baseball fell to the Bear Lake Bears in an elimination game as their season comes to an unfortunate close. 12-2 in 5 innings as they were shut out all the way up to the final inning. Daniels, weak pop out to right, is going to be snared by the second baseman, and the second out of the inning is quickly recorded as well. And on 8 pitches, Hemmert is quickly mowing down the Cardinal batters as Haley Ledbetter will step up to the right-handed batter's box for a chance of her own. Soda Springs has, again, come on strong here late in the season. And talking with some of the fans on the outside, the best part is they've seen success against every team so far in the district, including Bear Lake, who here on this very field as a pitch drops in low and misses 1-0. The Cardinals came back from down 2-0 to take a 4-0 lead before the Bears came back to win 5-4. Hemmert's pitch a little bit upstairs to Ledbetter, who gets ahead in the count to 2-0. 2 outs in the top of the first inning. With no scores, the Cardinals looking to strike first and put a rally together in the top for the frame. As Ledbetter will swing and foul a pitch off over towards the on-deck circle, and the count goes to 2-1. At home against the Bears, the Cardinals fell as well, but were down 9-3 going into the bottom of the 7th inning and brought the tying run and even the go-ahead run to the plate. As a ball fouled off by Ledbetter evens the count up at 2-2, and we'll see pitch number 13 of this inning from Hemmert as the count is even back up at 2-2. Deuces Wild with the number 3 batter for the Cardinals. Ledbetter choking up on the bat. Pink handle split by her hands right in the center of it, and the pitch swung on and fought off again as the count is 1-2. Ledbetter just a little bit late on the fastballs coming in from Shalane Hemmert. Of course, we already had one rainstorm come through this valley. Clouds pushing up on the right side and building up once again as a single is hit over the glove of the third baseman. And Eborn rose to try and snare it, but on a 6-pitch at bat, Ledbetter is able to get herself on base with the first base knock of the game for the Cardinals. And with 2 outs, it brings up Cheyenne Dominguez to try and build a rally for Soda Springs. On deck is Cooper Evans, back in her first action after suffering from a concussion earlier on this year. It's kept her out for the last 2 weeks as a pitch inside misses, and the count goes to 1-0 on Dominguez. Last 2 batters have seen Shalane Hemmert fall behind. She has not been able to quite find the strike zone consistently. As Dominguez looks out once again to Hemmert, sets up and takes a pitch a little bit high, and the count goes to 2-1. On first base is Ledbetter with 2 outs. 2-1 count, pitch to the plate. 2-0 count moves it to 3-0, and the count is all of a sudden swelled to the point where Cooper Evans could be coming up with an easy opportunity to bring home some runs if she can single. As right now that first run of the game stands at first, a walk would move her along as a pitch catches the zone for a strike. Dominguez was taken all the way, thought she had ball 4, but will be called back into the right-handed box. 3-1 count with 2 outs. Bears looking to put the Cardinals down without surrendering any runs. Again, we saw this in the first game as a pitch misses inside. That is ball 4. And a Davis Repair walk puts runners on first and second for the Lady Cardinals. First walk of the game by Hemmert. She struck one out, giving up a hit, and also walked a batter as Cooper Evans will step back into the right-handed box. And for Cooper Evans, as we said, she's coming back off of the concussion. Made it through concussion protocol at the end of last week. Was able to practice on Monday. She looks out to the right-handed pitch of Hemmert, and the pitch inside called for a strike on the corner, and the count goes to 0-1, and Hemmert back to getting in front of the counts against the batters at the plate. She's already thrown 20 pitches in this inning, so the pitch count, if anything, has been pushed up by the Lady Cardinals, and the pitch inside catches the back thigh of Cooper Evans, and a hit batsman loads the bases for Haley Downs. Downs will try and bring home that run. All this with 2 outs. The first 2 batters in this inning went down for the Cardinals. Myers striking out looking. Cheyenne Daniels popping out weakly to second. Since then, the next 3 have gotten in a variety of ways as Downs takes a pitch down the middle for a strike and is behind 0-1. Hallie Evans awaits on deck as the number 7 batter in the lineup for the Cardinals. as Hemmert rolls the ball in her right hand, grips it, fires, and this pitch on the inside for a strike as well. And Haley Downs, patient at the plate, finds herself down 0-2 in the count. Crowd gathering with the red of the Cardinals on the right side down the first base line, blue of the Bears down the third base line. As a pitch just a smidge low, moves it to 1-2, and Downs keeps herself alive with the good eye at the plate. Still no score, but the base is full of Cardinals in the top of the first inning, 2 outs. As once again, Haley Downs looks out. Rocks back in the stance, swings and fights one off. A very late swing. Not even sure how she was able to get the bat on that one, but a fantastic fight being put up by Downs at the plate as the count remains at 1-2. Shalane with the mask on. One of 2 players on the infield for the Bears with the mask on, joined by the second baseman, Jocelyn Quintero. Will fire a pitch that's bounced over towards Quintero, picked up inside of the runner, and it's flipped on to first base for the 4-3 put out. The Bears do see the Cardinals threaten, but Soda Springs ends up leaving them loaded. And we head to the bottom of the first inning. No score on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. On your home for Cardinal Athletics, KBRV, the Co-op, and online at mylocalradio.com.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by State Farm Insurance of Montpelier, Idaho. State Farm is here to help life go right. Call Scott at 208-847-0141 for personal service.
Let technology make life a little easier and give you peace of mind about your home. With affordable security and smart home options, SilverStar makes it easy to take the first step. Keep an eye on what's important to you and be able to act before an incident becomes an emergency. You're in good hands when you choose SilverStar. We've been bringing cutting-edge technology and star treatment customer service to Eastern Idaho and Western Wyoming for nearly 70 years. Call us today and ask about our starter security and smart home packages.
Welcome back out to Bear Lake, Idaho, once more on KBRV, the Co-op, and online at mylocalradio.com. As weather once again building up off to our right to the west, and hoping that that weather continues to stay to that direction as the sun continues to move across the sky here at just before 5 o'clock in Montpelier, Idaho. Cardinals taken to the field. It's Hallie Evans back onto the circle as the junior for the Soda Springs Cardinals, pitching in her 5th game in the last 8 days. She got 3 days worth of rest, including the practice yesterday, and will try and take that weary arm and help bring the Cardinals to a district championship as she looks in to the first batter in Lanie Crane, who steps forward to the right-handed box. Crane, Quintero, and Harris, the first 3 in the order for the Bear Lake Bears. Hanson, Hemmert, and Walentine will follow as the first pitch misses upstairs to Crane. The count goes to 1-0. Eborn, Bateman, and Critchlow will also be scheduled to see plate appearances in this inning. 1-0 pitch, swung on, bounced over toward short, picked up by Myers, snow-coned on the ground, but the throw on to first is in time, and a well-placed throw is out number 1 on just 2 pitches. That's something that's become a trend for Hallie Evans. Whenever she gets these outs quickly, she ends up having a much faster time and a much better time getting through the games. If she starts laboring through at-bats, that's when all of a sudden you start seeing the opposition start to put runs up on the board against her. So a good start with the 2-pitch out as Quintero steps in. The left-hander watches the first pitch duck away for a ball. And first pitches to each of the first 2 batters have ducked away, and the count once more goes to 1-0. 1 out as a pitch strikes one on the outside corner called to the left-handed Quintero as the count evens back up at 1-1. A skyrocket of white poofing up out of the clouds beyond our right as a pitch swung on and missed by Quintero. Out a little bit in front. Didn't quite get the end of the bat on it, and the count goes to 1-2. Evans looks in again as the right-hander will miss on the outside. 2-2 the count goes. As Mackenzie Harris awaits on deck, cloud covering over the sun, a shadow engulfs the field, and the ball is going to be bounced over towards third. Daniels is up with it. Her throw on to first is in time and well placed. And the Cardinals have quickly put 2 outs onto the board on just 7 pitches in the bottom of the first inning. No score on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard as the Cardinals working through this first inning. On the field, wearing their all-black uniforms, white numbers, white logo across the front with white trim down the sides. and Mackenzie Harris steps back into the right-handed box. Evans will wind and fire. Pitch off to the handle of the bat, picked up by Cooper Evans. And on one pitch, down goes Harris on a quick pop out to the catcher. The Cardinals work a 1-2-3 top of the first, and we head to the second inning on KBRV, the Co-op, and online at mylocalradio.com with the Soda Springs Cardinals knotted up with the Bear Lake Bears, 0-0.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Arctic Circle of Soda Springs, where you can get burgers made from premium Black Angus beef, as well as fries and onion rings with their delicious fry sauce. Be sure to top it all off with a soft serve cone piled high and dipped with their delicious chocolate topping.
Whether it's warm outside and you need an air conditioning system, or cold outside and you need a new natural gas furnace, Reed's Plumbing and Heating has what you need to keep your family comfortable, and there's never been a better time to convert to natural gas. With great service and expertise, Reed's is your all-weather friend in southeastern Idaho. Call us today, 208-547-4466, and we'll get right to work making your home comfortable and cozy. That's Reed's Plumbing and Heating at 208-547-4466. Natural gas, it's worth asking for.
Welcome back out once again to the home of the Lady Bears as we work ourselves into the top of the second inning. 0-0 after clean innings worked by both sides, although the Cardinals were able to load the bases with 2 outs against Shalane Hemmert. The Cardinals offense will be working the bottom 3 of the order coming up. Hallie Evans, Morgan Wood, and Alicia Delaware will be tasked with trying to get the first runs of the game on the board for the Cardinals. And Hallie Evans with the black uniform, black socks, complemented by the red cleats down below, the white helmet with the red trim around it, will step into the batter's box to lead things off. A right-handed batter for the Lady Cards. Junior looking to help her own cause as she loosely grips the bat in the right batter's box. Hemmert will fire a first pitch upstairs, and the count goes to 1-0. Hemmert struggling with her command a little bit in the early going to try and find the new strike zone, as she has thrown 9 balls coming into this inning. That's her 10th ball that she's thrown in the 27 pitches to that point, and misses once again as the count goes to 2-0. 28 pitches in already for Hemmert. It's not worked since facing the Cardinals as a pitch comes across the zone to move it to 2-1. Hallie Evans looked like she was taken almost the entire way on that one, as she wanted to make sure that she forced Hemmert to find the zone before she ended up taking a cut, and now does take a cut as she swings through and up and away. Count goes to 2-2, nobody out. Top of the second inning with no score on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard in Game 1 of the District 5 champions. Cardinals lost to Bear Lake twice this year by a grand total of 3 runs as the ball fought off to the backstop, and the count will remain at 2-2. And the Cardinals seeing Hemmert fairly well. She hasn't been able to miss too many bats. She did strike out Taylor Myers. That was the leadoff batter of the game. As she once more looks in, rocks back, and the right-hander fires, just missing up and away, and the count goes to 3-2. Of course, the strike zone in softball, a little bit bigger than the strike zone in baseball. Rises a little bit and goes a little bit lower. Ball a little bit bigger, too, as this one swung on, fought off again by Evans, and we'll see pitch number 8 in this at-bat. Pitch number 7 in this at-bat, as Evans checks with her coaches to see what they want her to do. Bear Lake playing straight up all the way around. Outfield shifted slightly to the left in center field with Skylie Wallentine, and straight up in right field and left field as a pitch swung on, popped up, and fouled off once again as Hallie Evans continues to battle at the plate. Now we'll see pitch number 8 and pitch number 34 of the game already for Hemmert. Evans, no matter what happens, again, giving Morgan Wood on deck an opportunity to see plenty of pitches as the leadoff batter in this inning. Fights another one off, just getting pieces of them and flipping them back to the screen behind her. As the count remains at 3-2. And we'll see pitch number 9. Rare to see those double-digit pitch at-bats, and Evans hoping to put one in play before it gets there, but what a contest between these two as this pitch inside misses, and that's ball 4. And Hallie Evans, a fantastic at-bat to work herself on base, sees 9 pitches and draws the second walk from Hemmert in the game. Brings up Morgan Wood as a pinch runner for the Cardinals will be drawn over to first base. I believe that is Ainsley Moore at the moment. Looking to the back of the jersey, not positive, but I believe, again, Ainsley Moore out there at first as Morgan Wood bunts at one, pops it up, and it's going to end up just getting beyond the reach of Eborn. And the count goes to 0-1 on Morgan Wood as the Cardinals playing some small ball in the early going against the Bears. And the top of the second inning, no score, nobody out. Ainsley Moore at first base as Morgan Wood is behind the count, 0-1. Outfield brought in just a little bit and left. As Hemmert again looks in, moves the ball around her hand, and the ball slapped up the middle. That's a base knock, coming around third and heading on her, or coming around second on her way to third and being cut down trying to get there is Ainsley Moore. Morgan Wood does take advantage in the throw and moves up to second. It's a single, but Ainsley Moore is cut down for the first out of the inning, and the Cardinals' aggressive base running will net them one in scoring position, but with an out in the inning. Brings up Alicia Delaware, the bottom of the order for the Cardinals, looking to flip it over for Taylor Myers and keep things moving along smoothly on the production line. No score yet. Moore stands at second base as Shalane Hemmert rocks back, fires, and the pitch upstairs misses, and Delaware gets ahead in the count, 1-0. Ninth batter in the lineup for the Soda Springs Cardinals, playing center field today, as Taylor Myers awaits on deck with the bright pink bat. Bunt shown, and it's bunted to the right, but foul to the right side, and the count moves back even to 1-1. Delaware has been one of those batters who has taken advantage of her size throughout the season. A small strike zone, a tiny target to try and hit, and she has been able to work plenty of walks throughout the year, but has also shown some very good abilities with the bat. She is a junior that's going to be a big piece of this team next year, regardless of what happens here. She's late on a rise ball up in the zone. The count goes to 1-2. Still just the one out as Delaware backs away from the plate, steps back into the right-handed batter's box. 1 out, 1-2 count. Ainsley Moore stands at second base, and she would represent the first run of the game for either team with no score on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. And the pitch inside just misses. The throw down to third, and the ball is kicked out of the glove by Morgan Wood, stealing third base. It's a MySpace storage stolen base for the Lady Cardinals as the count moves to 2-2, and now Delaware puts the ball in play. It should be able to score. Morgan Wood at third, excuse me. Big stolen base for the Cardinals. The throw was on the money, just the slide knocked the ball out of the glove of Haley Eborn. 2-2 pitch taken for strike three. 2 strikeouts, both of them looking for Hemmert, and a very tentative at-bat by Alicia Delaware results in out number 2, and now Taylor Myers needs to get a base hit in order to bring home that runner over at third base. Myers, another right-handed batter, no gloves, grips the bat down at the end of the handle as she puts the weight onto the back foot. Black cleats matching the black uniform, and she takes strike one. Throw down to third base a little bit late, and safe on the play is Morgan Wood as the count goes to 0-1. And Myers awaits the 0-1 delivery. 2 outs in the top of the second. Myers again underneath the pitch, and the count goes to 2-2. She's going after the pitches up in the zone, and those are good ones to drive, but only if you get them on the end of your swing. You can't try and catch up to those late when they're coming through. You have to be ahead of those, and she'll swing and miss at another one, and Myers is behind once again as she goes down swinging, and the count will reset. As we head to the bottom of the second inning, still no score. Cardinals threaten with a runner on third, but Morgan Wood is left stranded there, and we head to the bottom of the second inning. No score on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard.
Caribou County Athletics on KBRV are brought to you by Bear Lake Dental, where their commitment is to provide you with the highest standard of personalized dental care in a gentle, efficient, and professional manner. Call 208-847-0153 to schedule your appointment with Bear Lake Dental.
Get it to go at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace, Idaho. From pizza to potato wedges, from burritos to the jalapeno flavored corn dogs, from candy, clothing, car accessories, and fountain drinks, convenience is fun. And Patterson Quick Stop and Patterson Easy Way help to fill your needs conveniently. They have something for everyone: food, fuel, and fun at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace. Right here, right now.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Mountain States Insurance Company. Stop in for help with all of your insurance needs at 30 East, 2nd South next to Caribou Jacks in Soda Springs, or call 208-547-2141 and talk to an agent today. Welcome back out once again to the home of the the Bear Lake Bears in the District 5 championships as the Cardinals threaten for the second straight inning, getting a runner to third base, but they cannot score as Hallie Evans still will try and keep this game at 0-0. A ball is lifted deep into left field and gone. And a leadoff home run from Lindsay Hansen puts the Bear Lake Bears onto the board first as she drills one and makes it a 1-0 lead for Bear Lake on the first pitch she sees from Hallie Evans. Draws the cheers of adulation from the crowd around her, and Bear Lake comes to greet her at home plate, and the score moves to 1-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. That was a shot, and that was the second home run that Lindsay Hansen has hit against Evans in the last two times these two teams have played, as she has owned Evans in the last two contests. Score at 1-0. Evans will try to regain her composure as she sees her counterpart Hemmert at the plate and misses inside on the first pitch with the count going to 1-0. Tough when you give up that first run, especially on that type of a shot. Oh, and almost a no-doubter. It did just clear the fence. Morgan Wood thought she might have a play, it looked like, but it ends up dropping beyond her reach. As the count goes to 2-0, now Evans a little bit tentative to throw one back into the middle of the zone. Cardinals bring the corners in. Middle infield brought back as the dirt of the infield getting chalked up and chopped up with the cleats of players all around. A pitch fouled off. Count moves to 2-1. As far as the weather that was coming in building over on the right side, it's moved off to the north. And the clouds starting to break up with a little bit more blue sky showing itself away, as we should be able to get through this afternoon without any more rain. As Evans pitch upstairs and away, and the count goes to 3-1 to Hemmert at the plate. Ledbetter looks in from first base, ready to cover the bag, as Hemmert works up in the front of the box, and the pitch to her upstairs. That's ball 4, and the first two batters reach base, one via the home run, the second via the Davis repair base on balls. And Evans getting into a little bit of trouble against the Bears in the bottom of the second inning. Pinch runner will be sent out. That is number 16, Colvin. And she'll get her first appearance over on the right side. Pinch running for the pitcher of the Lady Bears. And it brings up Skylie Wallentine, another right-handed batter for Bear Lake, who are wearing the sleeveless white uniform tops. Wallentine adds the wristband with the blue gloves as the runner is going to go back to first. The ball gets away from Ledbetter into right field, and up to second base is going to get Corbin. She's now going to move up to third and is safe there on a two-base error by the Lady Cardinals. Throw down to first base cost them a couple of bases, and now you really got to shake that off if you're Evans on the mound, as the count goes to 1-0 against Skylie Wallentine. 1 ball, no strikes as Wallentine looks out. Rolls the bat along her right shoulder, takes a pitch upstairs near the shoulders, and the count goes to 2-0. And once again, Evans, we said this in the first inning, whenever she labors through those at-bats, that's when she seems to get into the most trouble. Rhymes fires. This one is going to be laced into left center field. That'll kick down in some grass. It's cut off by Morgan Wood before it can get to the fence, but it's an RBI single for Skylie Wallentine, as coming home is the pinch runner Colvin for Hemmert, and the score all of a sudden swells to 2-1-0. 2 hits for the Bears, both in this inning, and it looked like Evans really was having great success against the Bears. As Eborn steps in, though, after the first inning of play when they went down 1-2-3, the Bears now have gotten the first 3 batters of this second inning on base without any outs recorded. As a pitch swung on and missed by Eborn, Cooper Evans looks the runner back. Count goes to 0-1 on Eborn. Eborn got to pitch a little bit against the Cardinals in that game at Soda Springs. Was sent out there to give Hemmert a little bit of a breather after the Bears have been able to build up a large lead. She'll put a bunt down the third base line, picked up, and Daniels' throw on the first base is in time The runner moves up to second base on the bunt as it's a clean sacrifice, the 5-3 putout. And the first out of the inning is recorded. The Bears content to play some small ball here in this inning to keep the line moving along the base paths, as that brings up the number 8 batter, Jessica Bateman, playing in left field today. Blue cleats with the white highlights, paired up with the black socks, black pants, and the white uniform top. As a pitch upstairs gets away from the glove of Evans, it was high. A good effort to try and get to it, but it skips off of her glove, and moving up to third base is Skyly Wallentyne. 2 runs, both of them earned for the Bears in this inning, as they've been able to jump early onto the Cardinals in every game they've played so far. As a pitch missing just a little bit low has Bateman ahead in the count 2-0 now. With only 1 out in the bottom of the second, cars lining the edges of the field at the pit here in Montpelier, Idaho, as everything down about 15 to 20 feet from where the parking lot of the fairgrounds is. Ball fouled off beyond the fence line as the count goes to 2-1. See some of the baseball coaches and players watching around as they got done with their game earlier. The baseball team is lined up, some of them on the bleachers, and several of them watching as well. As this ball's hit well into left field, Morgan Wood drops back. It goes off of her glove. Coming home is Wallentyne, and into second with a double is Jessica Bateman, as Bateman drives home another run for the Lady Bears. They've got 3 in the game now. And Bear Lake has staked themselves to a 3-0 lead with 3 base hits and a walk, leading to that 3-0 lead on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard as a pitch upstairs misses. And Maddie Critchlow gets ahead in the count as well. And that's been the trend so far. The only batter that's gotten out in this inning was the one of 2 that Evans got ahead of, and Lindsay Hansen's the only other one she got ahead of, and she never actually got ahead of her. It was the first pitch that was driven into left field for a home run. Runner goes to third, ball bounces in as Myers could not clutch it, and it's a stolen base for Bateman as she moves up and gets the second MySpace Storage stolen base by the Lady Bears in this inning. 1-1 count with 1 out. And Bateman just needs to put a ball in play to anywhere but the corners to bring another run home for the Bears, who already lead 3-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Bateman strides in once again. Right-handed batter, number 9 in the order, Lanique Crane waiting on deck. She's going to tomahawk one underneath it, but chops one well foul to the left side, and the count goes to 1-2. Way underneath the pitch that was up near the shoulders. On it, and there's what I was talking about in the last inning. When you look at a pitch up in the zone, you got to be in front of it. You got to control it when you're in front of it, but you got to be out early. As a pitch more in the middle of the plate is swung on and fouled off by Bateman as the count goes to 1-2. Cardinals trailing 3-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard, still with only 1 out. Close stance for Bateman as she steps back into the right-handed box, which is getting worn down, dug down deep, and a pitch inside hits Bateman square in the shoulders. It's tough to hit a batter. It's worse when you hit them and there's 2 strikes on them, particularly when there's only 1 ball. And that'll put a runner on to first base for the Bears as Bateman is given some time as she wanders off of first base into right field, and the home plate umpire is going to grant her the time to get herself set. Checks down to first base to make sure everything's ready to go, and that brings Lanique Crane up to the plate. 3 runs already crossed, runners on the corners with 1 out. Crane grounded out to short her first time up to lead off the game on the second pitch from Hallie Evans. Right-handed batter steps in once again. Chokes up on the bat. She shows bunt, pulls it back, pitches high. Runner goes towards second, and now the runner from third on a delayed steal comes home. And moving up is Crane, and she's going to be, Critchlow. She gets up to second on the stolen base, but is then cut down on the double steal. She thought she could move up to third. It's the second out of the inning, but another run comes across the plate to score, as it is now a 4-0 lead. Nobody on base, and a 1-0 count for Crane at the plate. 4-0 for the Bears. It's been a crooked number. That's what you look for on the offensive side, is to put up some of those bigger numbers. As a pitch down the inside corner catches it, and the count goes to 1-1. Crane, good speed, so anything on the infield could be a tough out unless she hits it right at somebody. Pitch upstairs misses. Count goes to 2-1. Also, you have to worry about the aggressiveness the Bears have put on the base paths, as they've already stolen a pair of bases as well. Evans will rock fire, pitch inside, and that one missing down low. Count goes to 3-1. As she's got a chance to get out of this inning without giving up any more runs with the bases clear, but you got to take your opportunities when you can. As Crane steps back in once again. 3-1 pitch, swung on and just caught foul. That looked like it caught the arm of Cooper Evans as well, so hopefully not too much damage against the young freshman catcher for the Lady Cardinals. Cardinals with 2 freshmen in the field today, a lot of juniors, and then 2 seniors. 1 in the field and 1 in the dugout as the designated player in Cheyenne Dominguez. As a pitch swung on, fought off again, and the count stays full, 3-2. We'll see pitch number 7. Pitch count on the rise for Hallie Evans. She's definitely see it boost up a bit, up to over 25 in the inning. As a pitch taken for strike 3. Down the heart of the plate, and down goes Crane. But the Cardinals do see the Bears strike for 4 runs, and they trail as we head to the Sanders Furniture and Appliance 3rd inning. It's a 4-0 lead for the Bears on KBRV, the Co-op, and online at mylocalradio.com.
This production of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by London Drug and Grace, your good neighbor pharmacy, locally owned, locally loved.
If you're looking for live local sports, local news, weather, live classifieds, and free photo downloads, search no more. MyLocalRadio.com has what you want. Watch your teams live or browse the tens of thousands of photographs of Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho high school events, from speech and drama competitions, rodeo, an array of different athletics, activities, community events, and so much more. Visit MyLocalRadio.com today and find what you're looking for.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Caribou Jack's Trading Company in Soda Springs, supplying you with everything for your home and your one-stop shop for all of your barbecue needs this spring and summer. Stop by at 50 East 2nd South in Soda Springs or call 208-547-4326 today. Soda Springs trailing 4-0 to the Bear Lake Bears. For those interested over on the baseball diamond, the score sits at 4-2 with Malad leading the Bears in the District 5 championship game. The Bears win, they would force a game tomorrow. If the Bears lose, they have a date on Friday afternoon with the with the Firth Cougars, who lost to Chalice in District 6. Here, Cardinals looking to get off to the right foot against the Bears in the District 5 championships. It'll be Cheyenne Daniels, Haley Ledbetter, and Cheyenne Dominguez due up in the top of the Sanders Furniture and Appliance 3rd inning with the Cardinals down 4-0. After a big inning by the Bears gave them a comfortable cushion for Shalane Hemmert, and she fires a pitch down the middle to lead off the at-bat of Cheyenne Daniels. Third baseman for the Cardinals today in her first at-bat. Ended up popping out to second, now grounds one up the middle through the hole and into center field for a base knock, and the Cardinals, for the second straight inning, get their leadoff base runner on base with their 3rd hit of the game as well. Brings up Haley Ledbetter. It's been a growing success story for the Cardinals on the softball field. Volleyball has been her key sport throughout the seasons. Takes the winters off. Helps out over at the swimming pool as a lifeguard. At least she has a couple of seasons. As she shows bunt, puts one down, but it goes foul, and the count goes to 0-1. Cardinals bunting has not been one of the strong suits for this team this year, as they have not had the success getting those bunts down that they would have liked this season. However, it is something that has not hampered them too much, as they still, earlier on in the season particularly, took advantage of bringing home runners on base. As a pitch misses upstairs, count goes to 1-1, with nobody out. Daniels diving back to first as a throw chases her back to the bag. Bunting, however, is something that can give you that edge in softball. Is if you can set it down the line in the right way, gives you a better opportunity of scoring, and Ledbetter puts a bunt down herself again, and the count goes to 1-2 as this one kicks off her shin and foul. 1-2 count with nobody out after the leadoff single by Daniels. Dominguez, who walked her first time up, stands in the on-deck circle. Ledbetter singled her first time up, got to third base, but was left there with 2 outs as Haley Downs grounded out to second to end that first inning. Ledbetter crouches over, pitch inside behind her, and she's going to head down to first base as that caught her on the calves, and the second hit batter of the game for Hemmert puts runners on first and second. She will follow the trait of Hallie Evans, and with a 1-2 count hits a batter. It's the worst time to hit a batter, as we were talking about before. Whenever you get those 2 strikes in front and you have a chance to get out. As the umpire joking with Babe Myers down in the first base coach's box. Babe down at first. Coach Wade Schwanevelt over at the third base side as Cheyenne Dominguez steps in, the senior. Designated player today, takes a pitch inside that just misses inside, and the count goes to 1-0. 4-0 Bear Lake on top on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard, but nobody out, and the Cardinals with runners on first and second as a rally developing. Hitters count for Dominguez, up 1-0. She'll swing, chops one towards second. Flip is going to go to third. They'll try and go back to second for 2, but won't get the out back at second base. It is a 6-5 force out on a fielder's choice as Cheyenne Dominguez is going to be on base, and Cheyenne Daniels is cut down as she was not able to move up, and it brings up Cooper Evans with 1 out. Still runners at first and second for the Cardinals on a smart defensive play by the Lady Bears. Cooper Evans, her first time up, was hit by a pitch as Hemmert's first one to her swung on and missed well outside, and the count goes to 0-1. Tough when you're chasing pitches and giving up strikes. That's going to be the tough part for Cooper Evans, is getting back comfortable in the box. As she looks out once again, and the right-handed bat will bunt one down, hits the bat as Cooper Evans will get back into the right-handed batter's box after being thrown out. She's going to get an extra lease on life as the ball hit her bat on the way out of the batter's box. So instead of being out number 2, it is instead just an 0-2 count. That'll greet Evans back at the plate. Haley Downs on deck, hoping for a chance. A double play would keep her off of getting on base. Other than that, she should see the plate. There's a pitch, check swing. No, they say Evans went, and down on strike she goes for the third strikeout for Hemmert. And on 3 pitches, the Cardinals see the second out put up onto the board as Haley Downs will stride to the plate. Another right-handed batter who is grounded out to second her first time up, playing in right field for the Cardinals in today's ball game. Sophomore sees a first pitch go well up above the glove of the catcher Mackenzie Harris, and up a base will go both runners, and up to third goes Ledbetter, to second goes Dominguez, and the count goes to 1-0 on Downs. Good hitters count now. She can be a little bit more selective at the plate. 4-0 Bear Lake on top in your Sanders Furniture Appliance third inning as a pitch just outside tried to be pulled back in by the catcher Harris. The umpire saying, no, it's just a little bit too far away, and the count goes to 2-0. Harris flashes the sign. Hemmert fires, and the pitch underneath the swing of Downs was to the pitch as that one was up near the shoulders again, and she'll crouch low once again to await the 2-1 delivery. Sun beginning to shine back again as a wind blowing in from right field, left field. Another bouncer over to second, fielded cleanly by Quintero. Throws on to first, and the inning is over. Another ground out to second for Haley Downs. Ends up finishing off the Cardinals as they still remain scoreless, and the Bear Lake Bears will look at adding to their 4-run lead, 4-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard on KBRV the Co-op and online at mylocalradio.com.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Crop Production Services of Bancroft. Call 208-648-7891 to learn how to get the best production out of your crops.
When the time comes, you'll want true compassion balanced with clinical care for your mom or dad, grandma, or grandpa. Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs provides a warm, caring, and secure environment for individuals who need medication assistance, healthy meals, and assistance with daily activities. You can help by introducing them to our Assisted Living Center. Come on in for a tour and consultation. Find out about our monthly move-in specials and respite visits. Furnished suites are available. Call 208-547-0257. The Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs, Idaho, a place to call home.
Welcome back out once again to Bear Lake High School as the Soda Springs Lady Cardinals down 4-0. Into the bottom of the third inning we go, brought to you by Sanders Furniture and Appliance, where they carry only the best brands, including Lazy Boy, Amana, Maytag, Crosley, GE, and more. Sanders Furniture and Appliance, dedicated to making your house a home. It'll be Jocelyn Quintero to lead things off for the Lady Bears. Left-handed batter against Hallie Evans, and a ball slapped into left center field is going to be scooped up on a dive by Morgan Wood. Lays out and just feet above the ground is able to record the out. And Quintero, for the second time, is retired by the Lady Cardinals on just one pitch. What a play by Morgan Wood. As she had to cover a lot of ground. She was shifted over to that side of the field, but had to make a stupendous grab in order to get that sinking line drive. And out number one is put up onto the board as Mackenzie Harris, who popped out to Cooper Evans her first time up, steps into the right-handed box. First pitch to her, bounced up, and Evans slides over, scoops it up, and fires it back to her older sister in the circle. Harris doing the catching duties. And that's really where you see the most important part of being a catcher. She'll be caught on the knees, flips the bat away, and jogs down to first base with another hit by pitch. That's the second hit batsman by Evans. Both pitchers have hit a batter in the game, or hit two batters, I should say, in the game so far. And with one out, the Bears put that big runner over onto first base, with Lindsey Hansen, who has a pair of home runs against Evans this year, stepping into the right-handed box, playing first base for the Lady Bears. First pitch to her, upstairs and away. Throw down to second base is in time. And caught stealing is Mackenzie Harris as she slid into the glove with the ball in it. And Harris gets cut down. Hansen ahead in the count 1-0, but now 2 outs in the inning. And Hallie Evans, an out away from getting out without giving up any runs, as a pitch just missing inside, moves it to 2-0. Crowd not happy with the caught stealing call, as Evans looks in once again. Fires, and the pitch inside, and Hansen just skips out of the way, and the count goes to 3-0. And a lot of times you look at it and go like, well, why don't you want to just get on base? And with Hansen already showing that she has that power to bring herself home, she's one of those wants to swing the bat to get on base. As another ball misses down low, and on 4 pitches, it's another Davis repair walk. Second of the game surrendered by Hallie Evans. 7 base runners now for the Lady Bears, all coming in the last 2 innings. 2 of them on walks, 2 have been hit by a pitch, and 3 hits for the Bears. As a runner on first base will bring up Shalane Hemmert, right-handed batter. And in her first trip to the plate, she walked on 5 pitches. Now off the handle, hits one to left field. It dies in front of Morgan Wood, and it is a 2-out single to put runners on first and second for the Lady Bears. On the first pitch she sees, and now 4 hits from the Bears, is still 2 outs in the inning. And the Bears again threatening to push a 2-out rally together with Skylie Wallentyne, who singled in a runner first time up, coming up to the plate. Wallentyne, a right-handed batter. As we said before, hit that line drive single into left center field. A ball that was cut off by Morgan Wood as a pitch upstairs misses, and count goes to 1-0. Over on the right side, a rally by the Bears baseball team against Malad. You hear the cheering from that, I'm sure. As Evans will wind a fire pitch in the zone. Underneath it, though, and popping out to third base, and Cheyenne Daniels is Skylie Wallentyne of the Cardinals. Put 2 runners on, with the Bears not able to bring either of them home, though. And the score remains 4-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard as we head to the 4th inning. This has been your Sanders Furniture and Appliance 3rd inning on KBRV The Co-op and online at mylocalradio.com.
This broadcast of high school sports is being made possible by the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho, serving Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming.
Hi, I'm Todd Hunziker. Most dealers focus on the experience you have just a few moments that you're in their store. At Hunziker Ford, we want to keep you happy forever, and to prove it, we offer warranty forever at no cost to you. So here's the deal. All you have to do is follow the maintenance schedule on virtually anything you buy from us, and the expensive powertrain components are covered forever. That's Todd Hunziker Ford, just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30. It's just that simple.
The Soda Springs Cardinals offense still looking for answers to Shalane Hemmert. They've put runners on base in every inning, but so far have ended up leaving the bases full once and have left a total of 6 runners on base in the game to this point in time, as they have not been able to again bring home anybody and still remain scoreless on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Should the Cardinals be able to bring some runs in, well, those runs will be brought to you by Ricky Wood and Gate City Real Estate. Let her answer all of your real estate needs in the Soda Springs and Caribou County area. Hallie Evans, Morgan Wood, and Alicia Delaware will lead things off. Evans walked her first time up and swings and misses at a pitch up in the zone as she falls behind the count 0-1. There was a start of a rally for those two, but the Cardinals saw the pinch runner cut down trying to move up to third. There's another pitch fouled off. Pinch runner for Evans, that is, cut down trying to move to third, and Morgan Wood stranded at third base before a pair of strikeouts ended the inning there. Evans looks out behind the count 0-2 as Hemmert's pitch slapped towards third. Stopped by the third baseman Eborn, and a strong throw onto first base is going to retire Evans. A hard hit ball, but Eborn was just able to stop it. Got it to sit down in the dirt and is able to reset the count with a new batter as Morgan Wood, who singled her first time up, steps to the right-handed box. Wood is growing in her confidence at the plate as the first pitch to her is taken for a ball off the outside, and the count goes to 1-0. There was no one pitch that she singled on the last time. She was able to steal second, steal third, and move herself into scoring position, but was left there as Delaware struck out and Taylor Myers struck out. Pitch upstairs misses, and Wood gets ahead in the count 2-0. Good crowd forming for the Cardinals on the right side, but not a lot to cheer about for Soda Springs yet, as a baseball is fouled into the field here on the right side of the baseball diamond. That is one of the dangers on the softball field here, as the ball swung on, chopped, foul down by the third base line, and the count goes to 1-2. Had some mustard on it, but was just outside of the bag by a couple of feet. And Wood still with a hitter's count and 1 out in the inning. Will step back into the right side. Top of the 4th inning, 4-0 Bear Lake on top of the Lady Cardinals, as a quick-moving game continues to motor on by in the opening round of the District 5 championships. Hemmert looks in, rocks back, kicks, fires, and the pitch up near the shoulders of Wood, moves it to 3-1. And this is the benefit the bottom of the order for the Cardinals has. Wood and Delaware are two of the shorter players in District 5, much less on the Cardinals. As Wood looks out, looking to just get on base, her speed can make things happen, whether it's a hit or not. She'll take her base as another walk surrendered. 3 walks in the inning, or in the game, I should say, for Hemmert. And the Cardinals have what might be the start of a rally with Alicia Delaware stepping up. Need to get some runs onto the board quick, get yourself some momentum, especially here at the midway point of this ball game, as the Bears will still have a full 4 innings worth of at-bats left, assuming it goes all the way to the bottom of the 7th. Ball popped up foul by Delaware, moves her behind the count 0-1. Taylor Myers and Cheyenne Daniels awaiting their opportunities as the top of the order due up after Delaware. Sun shining in from left field as the clouds breaking open and the blue sky beginning to shower the sunlight down onto the white and green infield and outfield of Bear Lake softball diamonds. Hemmert's pitch to the plate, inside and low at the knees. Wood thought about stealing, but wisely jogs back as a good throw from Harris was going to cut her down if she was taking that chance. And the count goes to 1-1. Just the 1 out with the runner on first base for the Cardinals. Right-handed Delaware waits, looks at a pitch straight down the middle. Wood steals second and is in ahead of the throw, as she was easily safe on that play, and the count will go to 1-2 as the Cardinals get their second stolen base of the ball game. Takes the pressure off of the double play ball on any line shot, except for the force at second on the line ball, and that won't be necessary as Delaware goes down on strikes again behind a pitch up in the zone, and strikeout number 4 for Hemmert results in out number 2. Taylor Myers, who has 2 strikeouts of her own, will step up to the right-handed box. She struck out in the first looking, struck out in the second swinging with a runner at third base. Wood stands at second base. She gets off to a lead, and the count goes to, I believe, 1-0 on Taylor Myers. 2 outs, 4-0, Bear Lake on top. As Myers grips the bat down at the base of the handle, switched bats, was using the pink bat as this one catches the zone, and count evens back up at 1-1. Myers needing to be a hitter here, got to get a base knock. Looks out as Hemmert rocks and fires again. This ball is lifted well into center field, but the wind's going to knock it down, and it's Skylie Wallentyne who puts it away. Out number 3 is recorded, and the Cardinals again put a runner on base but cannot bring her home as Morgan Wood is left on base for the second straight time, and the Soda Springs Cardinals will have to wait for another inning before they can put runs on the board. 4-0 Bear Lake on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard on your home for Cardinal Athletics, KBRV the Co-op, and online with our live video stream at mylocalradio.com.
Caribou County Athletics are being brought to you by Bear River Head Start, where they are now accepting applications for preschool. Call 435-755-0181 and enroll your 3- or 4-year-old children today.
Here's a look at some of your Lalaton's food specials for the week of May 4th through the 10th in Soda Springs. 80% lean, 20% fat ground beef is just $2.49 a pound. Family packs of thighs or drumsticks are just 99 cents a pound, and boneless New York pork chops are $1.69 a pound. $10 mix or match bags are back. Grab 2-pound packages of carrots, fresh white corn, 1-pound packages of mini sweet peppers, red or yellow onions, and plenty of other fruits and vegetables to pack into your bag for just $10. And those are just some of the savings you can find at Lalaton's in Soda Springs. This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Ricky Wood and Gate City Real Estate. Call Ricky today at 208-547-7012 and let her help you find your way home. Hallie Evans back out onto the mound once again as she works in the bottom of the 4th inning. 4-0, Bear Lake leading after a 4-run second inning gave them that advantage. And to try and get things started, it'll be Haley Eborn, Jessica Bateman, and Maddie Critchlow, bottom 3 in the order for the Lady Bears. Eborn, another right-handed batter, the American flag gloves with the blue, red, and white stars on them. As this pitch swung on and missed, has her behind in the count, 0-1. Evans saw a couple runners get on base in the last inning, but stranded a pair as the Bears were not able to score. And a pitch inside misses, count goes to 1-1. Bears have only left 3 on base so far of the runners that they've been able to get out there. Cardinals, on the other hand, have left 7 on base as the ball lofted into shallow left field, drifting towards foul territory, and putting it away tightly in the glove is Taylor Myers, and the out is recorded as the first batter, Haley Eborn, goes back to the bench. That'll bring up Jessica Bateman to the plate, right-handed batter for the Bears, who doubled in a run her last time up. Solid shot that pushed a couple around and went off of a reaching glove of Morgan Wood as she's way out in front of an off-speed pitch, and the count goes to 0-1. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th inning, 4-0 Bear Lake on top of the Lady Cardinals. Game 1 of the District 5 Championships, pitch inside and skipping out of the way and just being missed as Bateman as the count goes to 1-1. One out as Bateman takes the pitch upstairs. And after the swing and a miss on the first pitch, the count goes to 2-1. As Evans misses with the next 2. Haley rocks, fires this pitch upstairs as well as it dropped late. Could not quite find the glove of her younger sister Cooper Evans while inside the strike zone. The count goes to 3-1 to the 8 batter in the lineup, and the 8 batter in the lineup will pop one up and is put away by the pitcher Evans, and Jessica Bateman is retired on the second pop-up of the inning. And 2 softly hit fly balls will bring up Maddie Critchlow, who was hit by a pitcher first time up. Left at second base after stealing second base. She'll try and get a rally started with 2 outs. Bears have done that before. And the first pitch popped up as well. This went into the backstop. And Cooper Evans follows the form of her sister, puts it away, and 3 pop-ups for the Bears in the inning as they go down in order 1, 2, 3. We head to the 5th inning, brought to you by Bear Lake Drug on KBRV The Co-op and online at mylocalradio.com, your home for Cardinal Athletics.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Troy Young Plumbing and Heating. Call 208-221-0581 for all your plumbing needs, including new installs and remodels, repairs, furnace installation, and more.
Imagine a mining company who nurtures butterflies. At Monsanto, we plant wildflower seeds on recently mined land. The flowers support a thriving butterfly population, which then feeds small birds, who are in turn hunted by eagles and hawks. By paying attention to nature's detail, Monsanto sustains a broader ecosystem. That's one reason why 6 federal and state agencies have honored us with their highest award for excellence in annual operations. Monsanto. Imagine.
Welcome once more to Bear Lake, Idaho on Montpelier, Idaho. In Bear Lake County, as the Soda Springs Lady Cardinals offense will be into the heart of the order. Cheyenne Daniels, Haley Ledbetter, and Cheyenne Dominguez to try and get things started. Last time they almost got things started in the top of the 3rd inning, but ended up leaving 2 runners on base as Daniels was cut down on a force out. Ledbetter and Dominguez were left at third base, and second base. As Daniels, who singled her last time up, is 1 for 2 in the game, looks out. Shalane Hemmert, first pitch inside, taken for a strike. And the count goes to 0-1. Blue sky fading off to a light blue off in the distance as the afternoon sun begins to continue setting, as we're just about to 6 o'clock as a ball swung on and fouled off. Count goes to 0-2 on Daniels. Crowd again lining all the way down towards the foul poles as the Cardinal faithful have begun to really fill in that side. Bear Lake's had a full crowd here almost the entirety of the game, including a viewer out in straightaway center field. As another single slap to left field, a hard hit ball by Cheyenne Daniels gets the inning started off on the right foot for the Lady Cardinals. It's their 4th hit against Shalane Hemmert. They've also had 5 runners reached via the walk or being a hit batsman, 9 total base runners, but so far they have not been able to take advantage of those, as they have yet to strike the scoreboard and have left 7 on base. Haley Ledbetter's first pitch to her up and in, misses, and the count goes to 1-0. 5th inning of play brought to you by Bear Lake Drug, the small town pharmacy that gives you world-class service in Montpelier, Idaho. As Ledbetter looks out, hunched over at the plate. First pitch was a ball. This one bunted at and down the third base line. It goes foul. Cardinals with only 3 innings left to try and make something happen, as they have continued to struggle to find ways to get the ball into play. Bring runners around. Nobody out though. Runner at first. Ball chopped up the middle. That's going to be 1 to second base, on to first base, and not in time. It is a 6-4 fielder's choice, but Ledbetter able to beat it out on the way down the line, and Cheyenne Dominguez, who grounded into a fielder's choice her last time up, still has the opportunity. Double plays just so tough to turn in high school softball, as 60 feet is not tough to go, and that ball just not hit hard enough to give it a clean, easy double play. Ball to the plate, strike 1 at the chest as Ledbetter moves her way back over to first. 1 out in the top of the 5th inning, still a 4-0 lead for the Lady Bears in a game that has flown by so far. Dominguez will swing, and she's going to loft one off the end of the bat. Walentine on her horse in center field gets to it as she moved to her right to put it away, and the fly out to center field is out number 2. Only 8 pitches so far in the inning as Cooper Evans steps up. Hemmert has slowly been reducing her pitch count. She threw 26 in the first inning, 19 in the second inning, 15 in the following innings, and here again only 8 pitches in is on her way to another quick inning as the Cardinals have been aggressive at the plate. Cooper Evans steps in, and the Cardinals have been putting it in play. They've only struck out 4 times. Just as I said, they have not had the success of getting the knocks when they need them. Runner on first base for Soda Springs is the count to 0-1 with 2 outs in the top of the Bear Lake Drug 5th. 4-0 Montpelier on top. Evans, who is 0 for 1, struck out and has been hit by a pitch, will be hit by another pitch on the right shoulder. I thought it hit her. Instead, that one comes inside, and the count goes to 0-2. It had nasty drop to it, and the count goes to 0-2, as I said. Looked like that one caught her on the shoulder, but ended up coming back into the zone. Evans will fly out to center field, and that one is going to be put away as well. Back-to-back outs to the center fielder in Skyly Walentine, and on 11 pitches, the Cardinals go down as they strand yet another runner on base. And we head to the bottom of the 5th inning on KBRV, the Co-op, and online at mylocalradio.com. Cardinals down by 4 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by State Farm Insurance of Montpelier, Idaho. State Farm is here to help life go right. Call Scott at 208-847-0141 for personal service.
Let technology make life a little easier and give you peace of mind about your home. With affordable security and smart home options, SilverStar makes it easy to take the first step. Keep an eye on what's important to you and be able to act before an incident becomes an emergency. You're in good hands when you choose SilverStar. We've been bringing cutting-edge technology and star treatment customer service to Eastern Idaho and Western Wyoming for nearly 70 years. Call us today and ask about our starter security and smart home packages.
Bottom of the Bear Lake Drug 5th inning coming up. Cardinals down 4-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. As this inning being brought to you by Bear Lake Drug, where they have everything you need to get better quick and carry durable medical equipment for purchase or rent. While you're there, enjoy their gift shop to surprise that special someone. That's Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier. Call them at 208-847-1421. No matter what, district tournament will be here tomorrow as 3:30. The first games is the loser of Westside and Mlad will take on the loser of this game. Winners will face each other on this field. The other ones will be played over to our right on the softball fields behind us. As Evans back out into the circles, only throwing 53 pitches as she's been very economical in her workout in the circle. Had a 26-pitch inning, better than that, an 8, a 9, and a 10-pitch inning through the first 4. And the first pitch upstairs misses to Linny Crane. And she's ahead in the count 1-0. Of course, the 26-pitch inning was where Bear Lake scored all 4 of their runs. And as I said, whenever Evans is able to go quickly and not throw a lot of pitches, that's when she can really get through at-bats. Whenever she starts laboring through at-bats and having those 5-6 pitch at-bats, that's when teams are able to get to her. 1-1 count with nobody out in the bottom of the frame. So pitch popped up towards the first base side, and Ledbetter, having to maneuver around the bag, reaches up and grabs it, and 5 straight pop-outs by the Bears have resulted in some easy plays for the Cardinals on the infield. 1 to third, 1 to short, 1 to first, 1 to the pitcher Evans, and 1 to the catcher Evans. And that brings up Jocelyn Quintero, who's 0 for 2, a fly out and a ground out, and the first pitch down low to the left-hander is going to move the count to 1-0. Top 3 in the order leading things off for the Bears, as Quintero in the top of the order have so far been stymied. Another ball is going to be slapped up the middle off the glove of Evans. Quintero down to first is put out on a strong throw by Taylor Myers. It goes 1-6-3 on the put out after it hit the glove of Hallie Evans. And it brings up Mackenzie Harris with 2 outs. Mackenzie was hit by a pitcher last time up and popped out. As again, the top of the order so far is 0 for 7 and getting things going. It's been the middle and bottom of the order that's gotten the Bears offense rolling as a pitch inside, lined right back to Haley Evans, and she snares it on the line out. The Cardinals once again set them down in order on only 6 pitches. 59 pitches in. Evans still trails, though, 4-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard as we head to inning number 6 on KBRV The Co-op and online at mylocalradio.com. This has been your Bear Lake Drug 5th inning.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Arctic Circle of Soda Springs, where you can get burgers made from premium Black Angus beef, as well as fries and onion rings with their delicious fry sauce. Be sure to top it all off with a soft serve cone piled high and dipped with their delicious chocolate topping.
Whether it's warm outside and you need an air conditioning system, or cold outside and you need a new natural gas furnace, Reed's Plumbing and Heating has what you need to keep your family comfortable, and there's never been a better time to convert to natural gas. With great service and expertise, Reed's is your all-weather friend in southeastern Idaho. Call us today, 208-547-4466, and we'll get right to work making your home comfortable and cozy. That's Reed's Plumbing and Heating at 208-547-4466. Natural gas, it's worth asking for.
Welcome back to Bear Lake, Bear Lake County, the home of the Bear Lake High School Bears, as the Lady Bears trying to follow the suit of the baseball team, take down the Soda Springs Cardinals in their matchup today, and are up to a 4-0 lead in the early going of this one. And as we enter the top of the 6th inning, Soda Springs continues to try to answer back, as it'll be Haley Downs ahead of Haley Evans and Morgan Wood, the scheduled 3 for the Cardinals, who have left 8 runners on base in the game so far. Just have not been able to take advantage of the opportunities in the field. There's a pitch to the plate. Strike 1 down the middle is taken by Downs, and the count goes to 0-1. As for the Bears, they've only left 3 on base, and they've only scored in 1 inning. That was the 2nd inning, a big inning which was led off by a home run. As Downs takes a pitch upstairs and away, the count goes to 1-1. The leadoff batter of the 6th inning. And right now, the Soda Springs Cardinals have really settled into groove on defense, just again trying to get the Bears out of their groove. The pitch swung on. That's going to be belted into left center field. That'll turn the numbers of the outfielders towards us, as Downs is going to chug her way up to second with a leadoff double. And Soda Springs gets just what the doctor ordered as they get their 5th hit against Shalane Hemmert and move a run into scoring position, as Downs will be just 120 feet from home. Hallie Evans, who is 0 for 1 with a walk today, will step up to the plate. Ended up grounding out to third last time up after walking her first time up on 9 pitches. First pitch chopped over towards short again, picked up, and a throw on to first base will record 1 out. Back to third, and the double play is recorded as a throw on to first coming from first baseman Lindsey Hansen finds Haley Eborn, and the double play goes 6-3-5, and the Cardinals are right back where they started the inning with nobody on base. Haley Downs did everything right. That was just a bullet of a throw to third base. And once more, Morgan Wood will have to try and get things going. She's 1 for 1 and walked her last time up. Defense has definitely been shining for both teams in this one, as a pitch upstairs and above the shoulders misses, and the count goes to 1-0. Wood rocks back, waits the pitch. This one low below the knees, and the count goes to 2-0. Wood, as I said, walked her last time up on 5 pitches, got a single, and moved to third base before being left there. She's been left on base twice. Pitch upstairs above the shoulders, and the count goes to 3-0. As we said, Wood, a freshman, part of a stellar group of juniors, sophomores, and freshmen who are coming up through the ranks of Soda Springs softball, as the future does look bright, as that pitch missing inside for ball 4 brings up Alicia Delaware. That's another Davis Repair walk. 4th of the game. 2 of those have gone to Morgan Wood as she puts speed over at first. Wood does have 2 stolen bases in the game, as Delaware, who struck out twice, will try and avoid wearing the hat trick as the first pitch on the inside is called a strike. Throw down to second, cuts down Wood. Caught stealing to end the inning, and the Cardinals will once more be held off the scoreboard. We head to the bottom of the 6th on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Soda Springs trails 4-0 here in Montpelier, Idaho, in the Game 1 of the district championships.
Caribou County Athletics on KBRV are brought to you by Bear Lake Dental, where their commitment is to provide you with the highest standard of personalized dental care in a gentle, efficient, and professional manner. Call 208-847-0153 to schedule your appointment with Bear Lake Dental.
Get it to go at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace, Idaho. From pizza to potato wedges, from burritos to the jalapeno flavored corn dogs, from candy, clothing, car accessories, and fountain drinks, convenience is fun. And Patterson Quick Stop and Patterson Easy Way help to fill your needs conveniently. They have something for everyone: food, fuel, and fun at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace. Right here, right now.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Mountain States Insurance Company. Stop in for help with all of your insurance needs at 30 East, 2nd South next to Caribou Jacks in Soda Springs, or call 208-547-2141 and talk to an agent today. Welcome back once more to the home of the Bear Lake Bears. As we enter the bottom of the 6th inning, Bear Lake has been stymied their last couple of innings as they've gone down in order. It's the heart of the order, though. Lindsey Hansen, Shalane Hemmert, and Skylee Wallentyne to lead things off as Hansen digs into the trench that's starting to form in the right-handed batter's box, and the first pitch to her is swung on off the handle and foul down the left field line, and the count goes to 0-1. Hansen is 1 for 1. A home run that got the scoring started for the Bears. Right now that's held up as the only run they've needed as they've shut out the Cardinals. She's also walked as one of 2 walks that's been given up by Hallie Evans. Hallie winds, fires, and the pitch that's lifted into left field, but right at Morgan Wood. Barely has to move, and she puts it away for out number 1. And a quick out is recorded. Only 61 pitches have needed to be thrown by Hallie Evans, and that's just what the doctor ordered for the Cardinal starter. Working into the 6th inning, 5 1/3 innings work so far. She's given up 4 hits, 2 walks, 2 hit batsmen, 1 strikeout, and the 4 runs, of course, have been put up onto the board by the Bears. Evans looks in as she rocks and fires, and Hemmert takes the pitch down in the dirt, and the count goes to 1-0. Evans has become the workhorse for the Cardinal. As we said, we have watched her throw the last 5 games for the Cardinals in the last 8 days, including 170 pitches or so against the West Side Pirates the last time she was out in a game that went 8 innings. Another pitch missing to Hemmert. The count goes to 2-0. Talking with her father, the arm strength still there, though. Has not complained at all about the arm strength and the hurt arm. Not that it is hurt, but has not complained about any possibility of it being hurt. As she misses again, the count goes to 3-0. And she's one of those players, though, that she's not going to pull herself out of a game ever. She'll wind, fire, pitch, chopped foul towards the third base dugout, and the count goes to 3-1. Hemmert saw a pitch to cut at and tried to make contact. She's 1 for 1 as a walk and a single in the game, and was left at first base. She will await another pitch, chops this foul as well down the third base line. Cheyenne Daniels goes over, fields it, and gets it back to her pitcher, and the count goes full. Nobody on base, 1 out. Bottom of the 6th inning in a 4-0 game with the Lady Bears leading on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard over the Soda Springs Cardinals as Evans again toes the rubber, rocks, fires, pitch upstairs and away, and the payoff pitch goes the way of the Bears and on to first base with the third walk surrendered by Evans is Shalane Hemmert. And once more it'll be Colvin to pinch run at first base. Just the 1 out. Skylee Wallentyne steps up. She's 1 for 2. And the right-handed batter awaits Evans' first delivery, which is chopped towards short, picked up by Myers, goes the short way to get 1. That's all the Cardinals will get. It's a fielder's choice, 6-4, and on to first base goes Wallentyne. And it brings up Haley Eborn. She is 0 for 1, had a sacrifice bunt back in the 2nd inning, and popped out to short. in a line of what has been, or what turned into, 8 straight batters retired by Evans. Eborn heads down the first base line to get a word from her coach as they're chatting things over in that right-hand side of us down the first base line. As the ball heading over towards the softball field. Gets caught up in the netting. Netting that was just replaced and just put back up coming into this week with a lot of games getting set to be played here and a lot of crowds expected underneath the press box and the island in the middle of this softball and baseball complex. First pitch lifted into shallow left field. That'll drop into some grass, and the rally begins to grow as it's a single for Haley Eborn that puts runners on first and second. 2 pitches, 2 swings, and 2 runners on base. And it brings up Jessica Bateman. That's the 5th hit surrendered by Evans here in the bottom of the 6th, but with 2 outs, she's just 1 away from getting out of the inning. And Jessica Bateman, who did double earlier, popped out to her last time up. So Bateman looking to try and get a little bit more solid contact as first pitch to her is popped up again, but that's going to get foul into the bleachers to the right side and kicks away as the count goes to 0-1. 11 pitches in the inning, 70 so far in the game for Evans. Again, not in any type of a problem as Evans will rock fire, and this pitch popped up on the infield. And putting it away is Michaela Skinner. The out is recorded. She gets into the action as a pop-out has now been sent to every position on the infield by the Bears, and they leave 2 on base as we head to the top of the 7th inning. Cardinals with 1 more shot to try and do something with the base paths and bring home some runs as Delaware will lead things off, and we come back on KBRV The Co-op and online at mylocalradio.com.
This production of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by London Drug and Grace, your good neighbor pharmacy, locally owned, locally loved.
If you're looking for live local sports, local news, weather, live classifieds, and free photo downloads, search no more. MyLocalRadio.com has what you want. Watch your teams live or browse the tens of thousands of photographs of Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho high school events, from speech and drama competitions, rodeo, an array of different athletics, activities, community events, and so much more. Visit MyLocalRadio.com today and find what you're looking for.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Caribou Jacks Trading Company in Soda Springs, supplying you with everything for your home and your one-stop shop for all of your barbecue needs this spring and summer. Stop by at 50 East 2nd South in Soda Springs or call 208-547-4326 today. Shalane Hemmert looking to finish the shutout as she returns to the circle to lead things off, as Alicia Delaware will step back into the box. She was left at the plate with 1 strike on her as the Cardinals saw Morgan Wood caught stealing for the first time. She is now 2 of 3, by the way, is trying to steal bases, and the first pitch is a strike to Delaware. Cardinals still being held off with a scoreboard, have left 8 on base as the ball popped a mile up and right over us, as that's going to catch off of the backstop, and the count goes to 0-2. About 2 feet further towards the field, and that one probably drops into the glove of Mackenzie Harris. And so Delaware, with the count now at 0-2, will step back into the right-handed box. Nobody out, top of the 7th inning. As the right-handed Delaware looks out to Hemmert. Shalane rocks, fires, and the pitch just a little bit low, held off of by Delaware. Good eye by the junior at the plate. She looks down to Babe Myers in the first base coach's box for some advice. Babe, the hitting coach for the Cardinals, as the pitch to Delaware, chopped up the middle. It's going to be scooped up by the shortstop, Lenny Crane, and on to first base. The out recorded, and the Cardinals down to 2 outs left remaining in this one. They still need 4 runs to try and come back in this game. Good part of the order to get up to, though, is Taylor Myers. Cheyenne Daniels and Haley Ledbetter have been a good, solid top of the order so far. 4-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. 1 out as Myers steps in. Top of the 7th inning. in what is not an elimination game, but a game that's important and giving yourself as a step up moving forward. Hemmert will rock, fire, and a pitch inside, just misses, and the count goes to 1-0. Myers stuck there and was ready to take that pitch if it hit her, but ends up getting the ball instead as the count moves to 2-0. Another pitch upstairs and away this time. Myers has struck out twice and got good contact her last time up as she flew out to center field. And Hemmert's pitch will be on the hands of Myers as she's hit by a pitch, third batter that Hemmert has hit in the game, and sends Myers down to first base. With one out, the Cardinals get that runner out there, and that has not been the problem. Again, they've got the 5 hits. They've had 12 total base runners, but they just have never been able to push anybody home. Still with that 0 on their side of the scoreboard. And Daniels takes the pitch down low. It gets away from the catcher Harris as it scoops or bounces up. And up to second base goes Myers, as the Cardinals may have their best chance to try and score since the third inning when they had runners on second and third with just 1 out. Daniels looks out. For her today, she's got a pair of singles in her last 2 at-bats, 2 for 3 officially, and the pitch misses up and the count goes to 2-0. Shalane will step back into the rubber. Trench and the furrow being dug there as well. As another pitch to the plate upstairs. That goes to 3-0. And Daniels looking to try and get on base and get this 1-out rally rolling for the Cardinals with Ledbetter, who has been on base 3 times on deck. She's 0 for 1, or 1 for 2, excuse me. Has been hit by a pitch and grounded into a fielder's choice, but again has been on base and left on base 3 times. This pitch inside misses. That's ball 4. Myers to third base is safe at third. And on the walk, it's a stolen base for Taylor Myers. Runners on the corners for Soda Springs. 5 walks now that they've been able to earn as the patience starting to try and pay off. We've seen 11 pitches in this inning. Up over 106 pitches is Shalane Hemmert. She again grips the ball, rocks, winds, fires, and the pitch on the inside called for a strike. And a fake steal coming from Daniels is going to draw a throw to the shortstop, Crane. As the count goes to 0-1, and everybody stays put. Runners on the corner still for the Cardinals with 1 out. 0-1 count. 4-0. Bear Lake on top on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. As we work in the top of the 7th inning. Pitch to the plate, inside corner. That's a strike. And again, the Cardinals try the double steal, and safe at second base with the stolen base is Daniels. And the throw goes to third instead, where Myers smartly gets back to the bag. An 0-2 count. And Ledbetter's got to battle and dig deep to keep herself alive. Pitch to the plate, swung on, lifted, shallowly on the infield. Hemmert moves to her right and puts the ball away, and it's a pop out to the pitcher for out number 2. And the Cardinals down to their final out. And Cheyenne Dominguez, who's 0 for 2 officially, walked and has gotten on base with a fielder's choice as well as a fly out to medium depth center field, will step into the right-handed box. Awaits the delivery. Pitch from Hemmert. Strike 1 right down the heart of the plate. And the Cardinals down to the last 2 strikes. They've been blanked so far by Hemmert in the circle. Dominguez grips the bat all the way down at the base, swings, laces one on a soft line drive to second, and the Cardinals are shut out by the Lady Bears as they fall 4-0 here on this Tuesday afternoon. And they will be in the game at 3:30 tomorrow against the loser of Westside and Malad. Back with more after this on KBRV, the Co-op, and online at mylocalradio.com as the Soda Springs Cardinals will look to try and bounce back tomorrow. We'll wrap up our post-game show after this and bring you more on KBRV, your home for Cardinal and Caribou County Athletics.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Crop Production Services of Bancroft. Call 208-648-7891 to learn how to get the best production out of your crops.
When the time comes, you'll want true compassion balanced with clinical care for your mom or dad, grandma, or grandpa. Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs provides a warm, caring, and secure environment for individuals who need medication assistance, healthy meals, and assistance with daily activities. You can help by introducing them to our Assisted Living Center. Come on in for a tour and consultation. Find out about our monthly move-in specials and respite visits. Furnished suites are available. Call 208-547-0257. The Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs, Idaho, a place to call home.
This broadcast of high school sports is being made possible by the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho, serving Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming.
Hi, I'm Todd Hunziker. Most dealers focus on the experience you have just a few moments that you're in their store. At Hunziker Ford, we want to keep you happy forever, and to prove it, we offer warranty forever at no cost to you. So here's the deal. All you have to do is follow the maintenance schedule on virtually anything you buy from us, and the expensive powertrain components are covered forever. That's Todd Hunziker Ford, just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30. It's just that simple.
Imagine a mining company that respects the quality of the environment and health of natural ecosystems. At Monsanto, we don't begin mining unless we can ensure every safeguard is in place to respect the environment. And if they're not, then we don't mine. Simple as that. That's why we take steps before, during, and after mining to reach our goal of leaving the land even better than we found it. Monsanto. Imagine.
Here's a look at some of your Lalaton's food specials for the week of May 4th through the 10th in Soda Springs. 80% lean, 20% fat ground beef is just $2.49 a pound. Family packs of thighs or drumsticks are just 99 cents a pound, and boneless New York pork chops are $1.69 a pound. $10 mix or match bags are back. Grab 2-pound packages of carrots, fresh white corn, 1-pound packages of mini sweet peppers, red or yellow onions, and plenty of other fruits and vegetables to pack into your bag for just $10. And those are just some of the savings you can find at Lalaton's in Soda Springs.
This presentation of Caribou County Athletics is being brought to you by Troy Young Plumbing and Heating. Call 208-221-0581 for all your plumbing needs, including new installs and remodels, repairs, furnace installation, and more.
Cardinals fall by a final score of 4-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard in the first game of the District 5 championships. On the softball side, it was a good game. Only one inning saw runs put across as Hallie Evans was able to bounce back well, only threw 71 pitches in her 6 innings of work, but a 4-run second inning that was led off by a Lindsey Hansen home run ended up being enough for the Bears to come away with the victory. The Cardinals ended up leaving 10 runners on base in the game today, and that would cost them mightily, as they did have success, put 5 runs up onto the, or 5 hits out there, and had 8 runners reach via the walk or the hit by pitch. They were led by Cheyenne Daniels, who went 2 for 3, reached base 3 times. Haley Ledbetter went 1 for 3. Haley Downs went 1 for 3 with a double, and Morgan Wood reached base 3 times with 2 walks and a single of her own. She also was 2 for 3 in stolen bases on the day. Everyone else on the Cardinals wore the collar as they all went without any hits. On the other side, that one inning saw the big rally for the Lady Bears. They saw Lindsey Hansen go 1 for 2 with a home run, a run, and an RBI. Shalane Hemmert went 1 for 1, reached base 3 times with 2 walks and a single. She scored a run as well. Skylie Wallentine went 1 for 3 with a run and an RBI. Haley Eborn went 1 for 2, a sacrifice bunt that helped aid the cause in that second inning that saw the 4 runs come across. And Jessica Bateman had a run scored and an RBI as well in her 1 for 3 performance at the plate. Everyone else on the Bears went 0 for as well. Cardinals saw Hallie Evans give up 5 hits, the 4 runs. All of them were earned, 1 strikeout, 3 walks, and 2 hit batters on 71 pitches in 6 innings. As for the Cardinals, the Bears, Hemmert went 7 innings pitched, gave up 5 hits, struck out 4 Cardinals, walked 5, and hit 3 batters without giving up a single run in the game. That wraps things up for this. Let's take a look at our sports update as we'll talk with Tyler Erickson, one of the Cardinals heading off to the state championships in golf. We'll be back after this on KBRV The Co-op and online at mylocalradio.com.
Caleb Burgraff joined with Tyler Erickson, who is the junior girls golfer at Soda Springs High School. And Tyler, first of all, congratulations, another district championship for yourself. What's the feeling like coming off of this one, knowing that you've had a continued, realistically, domination of what golf has been like for on the girls' side?
It's a good feeling. It gives me a lot of confidence, but also I still have a little bit of pressure going into the state championship because it's just pressure going into a big event, and being able to handle that pressure is something that I have to focus on and just try to keep my own pace and stay calm.
This year, we were talking about it, you had a little bit more competition on the back half of the season from Lindsay Lloyd over at Grace, where she was starting to put up some scores into those mid to lower 80s throughout the year. Did that help you to have somebody back there pushing you a little bit more?
I think it definitely helps me. It helps me to be able to push myself and be better. And also, Lindsay is a good friend to me on the course. It's not like we're battling back and forth, and we have a good friendship on the course, so it's just good to be able to have a good friendship and have that competition with each other so that we can push each other to become better.
Talking about that district tournament that you guys just got back from, you shot a 77. What were the conditions like, and how do you feel you played during that tournament?
It was a little bit windy, but, I wasn't really paying attention to the conditions. I know you really kind of have to pay attention to those in golf, but I'm just paying attention to my own game, and I try to think about my shots before I'm playing, and I think I played okay. My putting wasn't great, but other than that, I played pretty good.
Where would you say that your game's grown the most so far this year, and you've seen the most work put in?
I've seen a lot of work put into hitting greens in regulation and also being able to get my drives a little bit farther so that I am able to hit those greens in regulation.
As you guys get ready for state, you're going to be playing a little bit longer of a course once you get over there. What does that change in the way that you approach the game?
It just makes me focus a little bit more on hitting those greens so that I can two-putt and come away with pars, and just keep knocking down those pars. But when I don't hit those greens, it's important for me to be able to work on my chipping game and be able to get that up and down so I can keep that at a par pace.
As the defending state champion, you mentioned that there's some pressure going to state just because of the bigger tournament. Does being the defending state champion add any pressure to you, or is that something that's not even on your mind?
It does add a little bit of pressure to me, but it's something that I have to overcome, and it's something that I have to kind of stay zoned in and just keep confidence in myself that I am a state champion and that I can go and do it again.
Having been there 2 times before and having been through that 2-day tournament style, is that something that you're used to now and have a strategy to prepare for and deal with both days?
Yes, it is something that I am used to, so I try to set a goal for myself each day. Like the first day I have a certain score that I want to get, and so it's just a matter of taking it day by day and shot by shot, not just taking it all into consideration the whole 2-day tournament.
We appreciate you chatting with us, and good luck as you get ready for Monday and Tuesday over there.
Thank you.
Caribou County Athletics are being brought to you by Bear River Head Start, where they are now accepting applications for preschool. Call 435-755-0181 and enroll your 3 or 4-year-old children today.
Let technology make life a little easier and give you peace of mind about your home. With affordable security and smart home options, SilverStar makes it easy to take the first step. Keep an eye on what's important to you and be able to act before an incident becomes an emergency. You're in good hands when you choose SilverStar. We've been bringing cutting-edge technology and star treatment customer service to Eastern Idaho and Western Wyoming for nearly 70 years. Call us today and ask about our starter security and smart home packages.
If you're looking for live local sports, local news, weather, live classifieds, and free photo downloads, search no more. MyLocalRadio.com has what you want. Watch your teams live or browse the tens of thousands of photographs of Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho high school events, from speech and drama competitions, rodeo, an array of different athletics, activities, community events, and so much more. Visit MyLocalRadio.com today and find what you're looking for.
That wraps things up for us here in Bear Lake, Idaho, as the Soda Springs Cardinals again fall 4-0 in the softball game, 12-2 in the baseball game. Baseball season is over. Join us tomorrow at 3:10, and our pregame show is at 3:30. The Cardinals will be taking on the loser of Malad and Westside in the second round of the district championships. as the Cardinals will be looking to try and keep their hopes of a season alive. I want to thank you for tuning into this broadcast of Caribou County Athletics on KBRV 800 AM and online at mylocalradio.com. It's been brought to you by Monsanto, Silver Star Communications, Hunsaker Ford, and, of course, Cook Brothers Broadcasting. The proceeding has been a presentation of Old West Media Incorporated, and no portion can be used to rebroadcast without express written consent of Old West Media. Tonight's executive producers, Val Cook, general photographer Warren Cook, and Kaylee Anderson are also a few we'd like to thank. And until the next time that we bring you the action tomorrow afternoon on KBRV, have yourselves a wonderful afternoon.